I mean, all of Israel sits on stolen land. All of Israel is one big settlement. So, and they've been selling Palestinian land to settlers or to, selling property or developing, I should say. The Israelis have been um, developing, cities, towns, whatever, everything on stolen Palestinian land from the very beginning. And this has been allowed not only in Canada, it's allowed in the United States, it's allowed in Europe. I mean, it's commonplace. And they advertise it. There's a lot of their websites out there where they advertise it, or they come to synagogues like we just saw and they sell it. Today, of course, there's a little more awareness because of the genocide taking place in Gaza. So people are more sensitive to this. But this is not new. It was criminal in the beginning. It's criminal now. It's stolen land. And the city that actually there was something on social media that I saw about this just a couple hours ago. I know the place. I know the village from where the land was stolen. I mentioned it in my book, actually, in the General Sun. When they started building, I was in the village. It's called the village of Bilain. It's in the West Bank, and they were building that city that they're selling right now, Modin Elite, that they're talking about, on their land. And the Palestinians are not permitted to buy. In other words, they're building a city, they're developing on Palestinian land, but Palestinians are not allowed to live in those developments. These are only for Jews. So not only are they stealing the land from the Palestinians cannot enjoy the benefits of the development. They can't go to the shopping malls. They can't drive on the highways. Now there's a wall actually between the village and the city that was built. And the Palestinians can't even buy an apartment or in these cities. And it's not the only one. It's just this one has just come up because of this action that we're seeing. But I mean, it's not the only one. This is true everywhere. Palestinians cannot buy in Israeli developments. The village that the land was stolen from is called Bil'in. The town is called Modi'in Elite, which is the name of it's the name of the town. But let me tell you another story that's very similar to this. Okay, this is in Palestine, in what is considered not the West Bank, what is some people consider as legitimate Israel, if there is such a thing. It's in the city of Lid. The city of Lid is one of the oldest cities in Palestine. Today it was occupied in 1948. It's the Tel Aviv airport sits on occupied land of the city of Lid, and 40% today, about 40% of the population there are Palestinians. So when the city develops apartments, recreational areas, schools, they develop for the Jewish population only. So there's no infrastructure for the Palestinians. No sewage, no electricity, no roads, the schools are terrible. There's nothing, And if the Palestinians there to build anything, fix their roof on the horrible conditions in which they live, because a lot of them have to live in these temporary kind of housing, units, they get just destroyed. The bulldozers come and destroy everything. So it's horrifying. And these are citizens of Israel. So they're building a development and they auction, the apartment. So you go and you register, and then if your name comes up, if you win, then you can purchase. So a Palestinian from a Palestinian neighborhood within that city. Now the city is segregated. The neighborhoods are segregated. Palestinians have no sidewalks, no playgrounds, and so on. No housing to speak of. And so a Palestinian citizen of Israel went to register to buy an apartment, and they said, "Sorry, we're full. There are no apartments available." So he left, and he asked a Jewish Israeli friend of his to try to register. And when this Jewish Israeli went to register, they said, "Sure, what would you like? 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom? We've got, all these different options."
Wow.
So he said, "Wait a minute, you just told my Palestinian friend that it's all full. Why'd you tell him that?" And very honestly, very openly, they said, "Well, if we allow Palestinians to buy here, nobody else will buy. If we allow we can't allow Palestinians to buy in these new developments, new projects, because then nobody else will buy." So knowingly and openly, they discriminate in a way that is so horrifying. And of course, Palestinians can't build for themselves. If they do, they get destroyed. They have to pay and destroy their own homes and so on. And this is happening every single day throughout Palestine. And now we're seeing it happen. The same kind of racism, the same discrimination, the same theft, as you very well put it, being displayed in Canada, and it's happening here in the United States, I'm sure, as well.